I was younger, I'm just shy and try to cover my face with glasses and hair because I was ugly. But then I found out I wasn't ugly. I was angry about the world to make me be ugly for 20 years. I'm like, I've been ugly for 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm resentful. I am angry. Hi guys, I'm Jiaoying Summers. Welcome to the Tiger Milf Podcast. I'm back and I have somebody that is super special. And he is a definition that sexy Asian men do exist.
Sick.
He's funny, he's brilliant, and he is our pride and joy. Are you ready for the very funny and amazing Dumbfoundead?
Dumbfoundead, yeah.
Yeah. How are you?
Thank you for having me.
I love the outfit.
Thanks, yeah. I mean, just threw it on, you know.
Me and Andrea has been judging you.
Yeah?
We're like, well, he's so fashionable.
Am I? I don't know.
He's more fashionable than a gay, but then he's not gay.
No. You
That's
are
a good
fashionable.
thing.
I love your shoes.
Thank you. I think it's black and then put some pop-up color, right?
You can green screen all type of different feet on you right now.
That's amazing. Oh my God. That would be cute. Yeah, that's cute. I try to look a little simple and cute.
I love the name of your podcast too, by the way.
Tiger Milf?
Yeah.
I think it's good, right?
It's good. It's good. My mom wasn't a tiger mom.
Was she one or no?
She wasn't a tiger mom, but
wasn't.
a lot of my friends say she was a MILF.
That's cute. She must be so gorgeous.
That's something you hate as a kid, having like a hot mom kind of, you know.
I think so, especially for boys.
It was so annoying, you know, like my friends would come over, they'd be like, hi, Mrs. Park, and hug her, and then look at me from the other side like, yeah. Like,
I think as a boy, you're like, that's my mom.
Yeah,
just stop it. She's my mom, she's mine.
Yeah, I'd like
boys are so protective.
Walk behind her so like people won't try to look at her ass or anything like that.
That's so cute.
Yeah,
That's
that
adorable.
kind of thing, yeah.
I wish my son Winston do that. I think he'll do that. He'll be very annoyed if I don't get ugly. Hopefully not. Hopefully that I'll prevent that. I think what the only thing can make me ugly again is a marriage.
Hey, Asian women, they age well.
Yeah, I think so.
They really do.
I think we also live forever.
Yeah.
We're just dying to tell our daughter, I hate you. Because you won't live the next day to tell your daughter you hate her. You can't do that if you're dead. So that drives us.
That's true.
It's the longevity.
We do hold on to our hate for a long time.
I think so.
Like we don't say it
Did
like
you see
young.
that news I just found out? There's a Japanese husband. He has not spoken to his wife for 20 years. They are still married. They live together. They do something like he hasn't talked to her.
After like an argument they had 20 years ago or something, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think
that's petty.
That's petty. He's a king of petty.
That is petty. I'm petty too. I don't know if I could do that though.
I think my ex-husband, he would like to punish people without conversation, without basically he would not talk to you or he would do that to his children and me. If I do something he doesn't like, he won't talk to me. He would do it for a week or two.
Yeah.
And so I would always ask him to meet a divorce lawyer at day 3. I can't do. If 3 days we can't talk, I don't think this marriage should exist.
Oh, damn. I feel
What do you
like
think?
most Asian couples kind of play the long game.
They
like
are
the
good at
woman
it.
would like poison them slowly.
I think
I
that's
feel like
really
that would be
smart.
the method, you know?
Yeah, I feel like you have to really care about a person to wake up next to them every day and still give it a BJ, but they are already dying. Like I'm just like very fast. My temper is like really fast.
Yeah, you're over it. You're on to the next.
Yeah, I just don't want to lie to each other. If it's not working out, I wish you the best.
That's
I also
why.
want my guy's dick to work so he can have a life with somebody else.
I get it.
I think true love is to let people go.
I think there's going to be a lot of divorces in your lifetime.
I think so. A true love is to let them go. Did you see somebody said like, if you love somebody, let them go.
It's
if
true.
They come back,
It's true.
let them go again because nobody wants them.
Yeah, my parents were in a very abusive relationship and
What kind of abusive? Like verbally?
just verbally, physically. You know, my dad was an alcoholic and I think he held on to my mom for a long time. Even though like clearly they weren't working, he would just not let her go. And that's where it got really scary and,
Yeah,
abusive.
because he's very insecure. He won't let her leave.
Probably, yeah. I don't know what it was. I don't know why they do that, these abusive men in relationships.
I think they want to have control. I think control is one thing. Especially, I think in Asian culture, men, we say 男人是天, the man is a sky. Like people believe that if the man's gone, there's no sky. But women are getting more powerful. They were working. They are equally getting paid. They can raise a family too. And women start, because back in the days, women are not allowed to read books. Or like you have your feet is bonded.
So in Chinese culture, men are compared to the sky?
Yes.
Like the sky is the limit. Like man is the limit.
Yeah, like that's the sky.
There's nothing greater than that.
You listen to men.
Oh, okay. It's godly.
It's godly. Like in a family, you listen to the father. If a father is not there, you listen to the older brother.
Oh, right.
If you are older sister, your younger brother, if he's the first born male, you listen to him.
Gotcha.
What he want to do, that's what should be happening.
Yeah.
And so I think Asian men are like this tradition is so deep in your blood. You wouldn't understand a woman wants to leave you. You can fire a wife. In Chinese, we say 休妻 is that a husband get rid of a wife when the wife is not behaving the way to the standard. But there's no way a woman can leave a man. It doesn't exist.
Wow. That's crazy.
Because a woman is not responsible. Like she can't take care of herself. Her feet is bonded. She can't run away when her husband beat her because the feet is broken, and they are not allowed to read and read. So they basically don't have any knowledge.
No wonder you came over here.
Yeah, not now anymore, but a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, also
No,
nobody's going to marry me
not
anyway. Like during history, like 5,000 years, I don't think I can ever find a husband.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time where when my mom finally left the grasp of my dad, it was a tough time for her because she didn't have any skills. She didn't have any money. She was like starting from the beginning, I think because when she was in a relationship, she was like, this is what it's going to be. I'm going to be taking care of all that.
Yeah.
So when you split, it's like a scary thing.
That's a contract.
Yeah. And I remember she was working bartending jobs, working at the Asian grocery store.
Oh my God. I'm so
a
proud
lot
of her.
of things. Yeah. And then so she went through a lot. That's why I'm super lookout for her all the time. Because I remember right when she split, she had like nothing.
How old you were?
I was 12, 13 years old.
Oh my God. I have nothing when I got out of the marriage.
Yeah.
I just want freedom.
Similar.
She just said that I'll make the divorce so attractive to you because I want nothing.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay. Because he's thinking that she can't make it and she come back begging him and he can have a stronger control over her. But she's like, I'm done. I'll show you who's daddy.
See, it wasn't even divorce for my mom because my mom never got divorced. They're just separated over 20 years, you know what I mean? And they're just separated, never went through the paperwork. I feel like a lot of traditional Asian families, they don't do that. They're just like, whatever, we're split.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Even like a lot of Asian family, they can live together, but they don't really have sex anymore for 20 years. Have sex, they think it's a joke. But
that's
also
most marriages though, isn't it?
I think so. Marriage is the best sex therapy,
Yeah, I
sex addiction, get married. That's one of my friends' joke. I'm like, this is brilliant. Adam Hunter, he's like, I have sex addiction, so my therapist prescribed marriage. I died.
I commend anyone who can keep their, sexual relationships still active for 10, 20 years. Because I'm not going to lie, like, it's hard for me to have a monogamous sexual relationship with one woman.
I think it's
hard for a lot of people.
Harder.
Yeah. Because it's like, it doesn't matter if you're with the hottest girl in the world, people want kind of variety. Then they'll start seeing 3s and 4s passing by and they'll look hotter than their girlfriend who's a 10.
I know.
It's
also, there's like the mentality, if something is yours, it's not as exciting as if you steal something.
Oh, yeah.
It's harder.
I see.
It's cheating.
Yeah. So that's what it is, the thrill of it all.
Yeah, thrill is like to cheat. Because if you are single, you can have sex with this hot girl. With that one, it's not the same as you are dating somebody, but then it's a hot girl. You have this like a secret love relationship going on. It's just it's so exciting.
I think role playing doesn't work for me either because I'm not that imaginative.
You are an Asian man.
My imagination's not that great.
Yeah. I think sex is very important for me. I feel like sex is. I think I look like I'm not traditional, but I'm super traditional. You're gonna puke, but like I really don't enjoy one night stand. I just can't do it.
Okay.
I think after one night stand, if I think you are hot enough for me to fuck, I would be like, don't talk to me, don't call me. I'll be looking at the bridal section at Vogue. I'll be like, I like that dress.
Right.
And I will do that. I won't tell anybody, but I'll be doing that. And I know that's what's gonna happen.
Do you think there's still a lot of this generation that is traditional like that? Because I feel like one night stands have become more normal.
I think the younger generation are becoming smarter.
Yeah.
And their brain is not poisoned by all those old values that hold you down. Like the way I grew up is just like it's reflex to not be a whore. I mean, I want you, I will, hopefully. Is when you are in middle school, if you talk to a boy, just you and the boy, you're gonna get disciplined. And in high school, if they see two kids hold hand, you're gonna get beaten. Both parents are gonna beat you up. They don't care. They just care about if you are in a relationship, it's going to influence your score. You are not gonna score high enough to get to the school that you should go. And that's so I just really traumatized.
Wait, so are you saying even though you're traditional and you don't believe in one night stands, you still think doing that is more smarter and more progressive?
I think so. If you can enjoy it, I would think that's very good.
A lot of guys can do it.
Yes, guys can do it.
A lot of guys.
Yeah, I did it before, and I don't enjoy it, and that's a problem. Because I feel like if you can enjoy it, you should do it.
What don't you enjoy about it?
It's like getting drunk. You feel good, and you think you are being cool, and next day, you're hangover, and you have to live your old life again, and then you're like, why would I waste all that time? I can do something for myself. I can write a poem.
So the sexual hangover.
Yeah, I would have a very bad sexual hangover because I'm a romantic. Like I'm really a hopeless romantic.
You could have a romantic one night stand.
I feel like I just feel like I would think about having a life together. I think having a life together is romantic.
I have a lot of friends who are kind of rock star lifestyles and they're hooking up with different women all the time. But and I see them, I'm like, damn, these guys are just always different girl every night. And you would think it's like lonely and sad, but they actually give it their all in one night. Like they take them out, they like give them attention. Like they're really paying attention the whole way through. They're, lovey-dovey.
I think that's cute.
Every night,
I think it's good.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work for sure.
It's a lot of work, but like probably that helps you from feeling empty. Because you treat her well.
I definitely think there's a little bit of a emptiness to them too. They need so much of it.
I think
7 girls, 7 days a week. That's a lot.
That's a lot. How can you, like, when you come, you say the wrong name, what happens? You should say the same name. I think this 1 week is Jenny. Like, you have only fuck Jenny this week.
You're clearly a whore if you can't get the name right. At least the name you got to get right. Come on.
I don't think I can remember the name.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't be able to do it. I went on a date and I called that guy a different name.
You've really done that?
I did that.
Oh God.
I said, "It's Joe?" He's like, "It's John." I'm like, "Oh, yeah." So I felt so bad.
Oh God. There is a girl that I see all the time at events and parties, and we're always vibing, and I can't remember her name. And she always tells me her name, and every time I see her, she's like, the one time I saw her, she was like, "If you remember my name right now, I'll go home with you." And I was like, oh, I was like just racking my brain so hard. I couldn't get the name right. I was like this close. It was so close. And then she was like, "Nope, not today then." And then she left. And then every time it's an ongoing joke, but she always catches me off guard. And right when she catches me, she asks me, and I can't, you know what I mean? It's just too sudden.
It's a psychology. Of
yeah.
It's huge. Like, go home with me. You probably like, your mind's blocked. But if she's like, "I'll buy you a boba," you'll be like, "Jenny."
Yeah, exactly.
With me, you'll be like,
yeah. I get nervous. It's like a test, like $1 million question right there on the spot.
It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
But I know the name now, but I'm not gonna say it.
I love the olive green.
Oh, thanks. It's like my favorite thing to just kind of throw on.
I love that.
I'm real lazy. I just put on.
So what is going on with Korean men? Why do they have that kind of sense of fashion? What is going on? I'm just
really
this is the known knowledge. They even wear scarves.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not really into like Korea's style of fashion. You know what I mean? They have a certain style. Like I'm just kind of my own thing. I'm very like Venice hippie kind of look.
Yeah, but that's also fashion. It's because I feel like for you who know fashion, is you lead with what make you feel good.
Yeah,
you never go to Vogue and be like, "That's the thing I need to buy." I feel like you are the person who is like, "That's my vibe. I feel good. It is good."
No, for sure.
It's natural. Like everything you put on is you have it. You have style.
Well,
and
it's
men
funny.
have style, and you are not gay.
Yeah, I mean, no matter the amount of money you have to have an interest in your style if you want to be fashionable. Like I have friends, big musicians that were broke, and I saw them slowly become rich and famous. But their style, like even when they were broke, they were trying to do something. Like I remember for like a whole year, my friend was like, my thing is going to be jumpsuits. I'm just going to wear jumpsuits on stage. It's a cheap thing, but he had a vision for how he wanted to look. And that carries on whatever, wealth bracket you get into. You get, medium and rich. But I also have friends who just never cared about that. So even if they make money, they still don't get fashionable. You know what I mean? So it's a thing. You gotta have an interest in it.
Yeah, I think if fashion is like somebody like to paint, or somebody like to enjoy wine. It's just something make you happy.
Yeah.
Somebody just really don't care about how they dress, no matter how much money they make. Some people would really like their coffee a certain way.
Yeah.
I just want my coffee black, a simple black coffee. As long as the caffeine there, espresso, I just want what's in there. That's why now I'm sober. People are like, oh my God, there are so many amazing mocktails. You have no idea. I'm like, you think I'm gonna drink a load of sugar without alcohol? Fuck you. I'm not gonna put sugar in my mouth if I can't get drunk. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Fuck mocktails. Mocktails is for dumb hoes. Like, are you kidding me?
Mocktails.
Why would I get like a fat without being a hoe? Like, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, it's
right?
just, yeah.
What do you think about mocktail?
I can't do mocktails. Yeah.
Just give me a fucking club soda. Fuck it.
That's true.
Right? Sparkling
it's like
water
playing alcoholic. I'm
lime.
just gonna play alcoholic today.
I think so.
Yeah.
Like for me, I would have like a big glass of vodka because I like alcohol to fuck me up. I want a poison in my body. I don't need a cute cocktail with a little sprinkle of alcohol. I don't enjoy life. I'm not the pretty girl who have a photo. I get drunk. Like I just I took the whole bottle.
You've been sober for a while.
Almost
right?
100 days. I mean, over 100 days.
Do you still like fiend alcohol? Do you still?
I don't crave alcohol.
Yeah.
And I'm very shocked. I think because I am crazy. That's probably I don't crave alcohol because when I make up my mind, it's like I quit my ex-husband.
Yeah.
I quit alcohol.
He was a lot of discipline.
He was the guy of my life. He was the center of my life. I would do anything to make him happy. When I'm in it for all. I'll die for you if I'm there for you.
Yeah.
Like, for my children, I just wrote like a $9,000 check for the Chinese classes, the dancing classes. My son, he needs to learn how to dance because he get laid.
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot of money, but I'll make sure I get them all the classes they need to go. I just wrote a whole check. I want them to have the life I never had.
Yeah.
I'm the girl who my mom, she actually spent the time for my schools, whatever I want to learn, she'll give me money to learn, but she never really told me that I was good.
It's, I hear that a lot from parents. I want them to have the life I never had.
Yeah.
You think there's any parents like, I want you to have like the exact life I had. I want you to feel every struggle that I felt.
I think that would be true love. I think for me is that my mom would want me to study the things she want me to study, like painting and being quiet. But dancing and jumping, she thinks that's not classy. She won't let me learn it.
Dancing is not classy.
Like not real dance, like just like jumping, like like a gymnastics.
Gymnastics, yeah.
Yeah, she thinks that's.
Yeah.
She's like, well, if you want that, just I'll buy a monkey. So she just thinks what's gonna get you, like what?
Yeah.
And you're gonna retire when you're 26. So I don't know. So my daughter, I want my daughter to take all the classes and pick the one they want. You never know what they want. What makes them happy is what's important. Because the husband, their father already left, so
yeah,
they can take whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah,
I'm their slave, and I'm happy. So I think me quitting alcohol is that dumb. For me, is that I just realized that I know who I am. Like, can you just drink one glass of wine and be happy about it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with me. That the reason I stopped drinking is I can't just have one drink,
I can't. There's no way I can have. If you and I are going to have a glass of wine right now, we had one glass of wine, we pretend we had a good time, I will go to my car and chuck a bottle in I'll put it in my, I don't know, in my cup. I'll be drinking while I'm driving. I'll do that. I'll drink the whole one bottle. When I get home, I'll have more. I promise you. I will have more because there's the champagne, it will be open. I don't know why they will. And then I will be okay for a while. Then I would pass out at night. And then I wake up, I feel like shit.
No, I feel
that's what I do.
I spiral down too. Yeah. I was going to ask you, have you gone on a date while sober yet? Because that's a whole different thing, you know?
No, I don't think I'm going to go on a date ever. Now I'm sober because I'll just see the flaws in a man.
Yeah, like when you go on a date, you usually drink, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
I pretend to not drink so much, but then I drink more and more and more and more.
Right.
If I go home with a guy, we'll just drink at his house, his bar at his house. Just drinking.
Right.
If I go home, I'll drink more. I mean,
that's why it's a weird thing because I feel like when you drink, that's kind of the segue to get like going to your house, right? You're like, why don't we? You want to have another drink at my house? You say that, but what if you're not drinking? It's kind of just weird to be like,
do you want some iced tea?
You want to go to my house? Like, then it just sounds so blatantly like you're just trying to have sex or something, you know?
Yeah, it is. It's such a thing to say. Do you want a drink at my house? It's like it's romantic. It's cool. It's loud.
Yeah.
Do you want a mocktail at my house? Let's go to AA in the morning. Zoom while we're fucking.
Yeah. So I mean, it's been hard. I've gone on a couple of sober dates.
Do you think being on a sober date make the girls boring? Or just make the situation boring?
I just feel like I'm not allowing them to have fun because they don't want to drink when I'm not drinking.
I know.
Even though I'm like, go ahead, you can drink. But like, you know, usually I don't think a girl would want to drink because it's like, oh, I don't want to just have the sober guy and I drink, you know, and I don't want to be sloppy in front of him or this or that.
Yes.
You know.
That's true though.
And they also, you know, they might meet the guy for the first time. So it's like not safe for them to just be the only drunk one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I understand that. But it sucks because then we can't both, you know.
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah.
That's also the problem with why it's so difficult for people to be alcohol free because our society screams alcohol. Alcohol is everywhere.
Yeah.
It is mimosa. Start with mimosa. There's a baby shower, alcohol. I mean, the lady's pregnant, but still alcohol. Like funerals, alcohol. Weddings, alcohol. Divorce parties, alcohol.
Yeah.
Graduation, alcohol. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. I mean, look there. Last time I was here with one lesbian, one gay guy. We just drinking while doing the pod. And then like we had probably like a bottle of whiskey and everybody's like, let's go to the real bar.
Yeah.
And then I think it's very hard for me to believe that I'm the only person with a drinking problem.
No, any event that we have to deal with our emotions, there's alcohol because we don't want to face our emotions head on and sober. We have to be intoxicated a little bit.
Yeah, because it's so easy to get.
Yeah.
You can just Uber Eats. You can just literally just get some CVS.
That's what I'm going through right now. This sober year that I'm having, I'm really facing a lot of feelings that I haven't had to face. I've been drinking since I was like probably like 15 years old. Mm-hmm. Never had longer than like a 2-3 month break until 9 months ago when I went sober.
Wow.
So this is an insane year of like, oh my God, I feel like I have the spider sense. I could hear things and see things that I never was able to see before.
I think at 9 months, I think your body is like probably all the toxic is already washed away.
Yeah.
This actually take that long. People think, oh, after 2 months. No. You've been poisoning your body for like a decade. Right. 2 months not gonna do it. It has to be like over 8 months.
Yeah.
For your because you probably like now you work out, people feel like your body is so much stronger.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I got a lot of healing to do in my brain. A lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. So now you are sober. Have you ever felt that in a lot of occasions that the decision you made is based on other people's best interest because you wanted to be a better friend than your own interest, and now you realize that you've been making decision that's not best for you?
Ooh, that's a good question. No, I think this decision to go sober was for me. It was for me.
No, not sober. Like because you are a high functioning person who drink alcohol. You obviously you have such a successful career. What I'm saying is like because you're the drinking culture with your friends, all of the decisions you make.
In the past?
In past, like a business, like a investment, like even like a events, whatever. You help people, you involve people in your adventures. Was I made because it's for your best interest, or you made it because because when you're drinking, like you do it for the friendship?
Yeah.
That's probably not the friendship you expect it to be.
That's a good question.
People actually they used you.
Well, that's a good question.
Person.
A lot of events that I went to, drinking is just part of the thing, right? Like a dinner meeting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially in Asia, when you go to a dinner meeting and like if you're trying to close a deal and you don't,
people who drink the most they make more the money.
And exactly, and if you don't drink, you're gonna look a little weird. I think to the CEO.
You are weak and you're a pussy. You're not trustworthy.
Exactly.
If you are not drunk.
That's why it's like it's tough.
It's very tough in Asia.
If you don't,
but I feel bad for you because you are a man. You don't have excuse. In Asia, men like for a woman, I'm pregnant. You know, like
you could do that.
But for a man, like you can say they just do like just like a kanbei. You know, like it's just like you are a man. Am I your brother? Like are you looking down on me? They use that against you.
Well, I could say meds. I'm on meds.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they'll care about that.
They don't care.
That's not care.
Because they just think you look down on them if you don't drink because like you
yeah, that's not enough of an excuse, huh?
Yeah, I feel bad for men.
Girl, I mean, that's the thing. Girls got a lot of good things they can do like that. Pregnancy, I'm on my period. This,
also,
that.
I have abortion tomorrow morning. Like my abortion is at 9, so I kind of can't drink right now.
You can do also, and then after that, they won't even bring it up because it's heavy, you know? They're like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I guess the only thing we can say is like, oh, I got meds. Mm-hmm. Or like all of a sudden, like you can bring something super heavy. My dad was an alcoholic. It's like bring a story of like your whole past, dark past. I don't know.
I still need to, I'm very curious about your question because you are extremely successful. And I still feel like you said that you are like a little, your mind's like spider. You're like, oh, everything is so clear and new. And do you ever felt?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it was pressure during that time, but I just like to have a good time. You know what I mean? And if like everyone's drinking, like I'm going to drink with y'all. Like I don't want to be the one guy in the corner, you know, but I kind of am that guy now. Mm-hmm. But so I like to compensate now, even though if I'm the only sober one in the bunch, I'll still participate. Like I'm still like talking and singing at the karaoke, you know what I mean? I want to participate and balance out me not drinking. Mm-hmm. So I've became actually more fun.
That's great.
I think I'm more fun because I have to like compensate, you know?
Yes. So I think I didn't explain my questions better. Is that
all right.
So for even like for, let's say like for business decisions, do you ever make a decision because you felt there's somebody was close to you, you want to help them. And so you made a decision that is not very best for you, but is going to help your friend. But somehow that friend is actually not looking out for your best interest. You review over the years, you realize that they took advantage from you because they formed this facade relationship with you, make you care about them so much so they can actually take something from you rather than just give. But, but now you are sober, you can see it so much clearer and you feel like I would never do that again. Now I can see.
For sure. I think I've done that for friends that necessarily didn't have any interest for me, but I don't know if it was so, it was like deliberate, like if they were planning that. Yeah, I think they just were selfish naturally.
Yes,
you know what I mean? They're not thinking about it.
So sure.
They're not thinking about sabotaging you.
Yeah. They just don't give a fuck about you and they can't help.
And I get that. Like and that's not really like their fault or my fault. If anything, it's my fault because I was just, stupid enough to just do it anyway.
Yeah, because you, I feel like people like you would attract a lot, because you are so generous, you would attract a lot of people who is similar to you, which are your friends in your circle who you support each other. Whereas people, they think, they don't think you are bright because you are so kind and open. Then they realize that they try to cash you, take things from you in a short term and just like use you, and they lose you in a long term.
Yeah.
They are actually being dumb because the things like, I feel the same way is that I just like to give and give and give, but I'm not stupid. I'm overly generous, but I know when somebody's using me and somebody would sabotage me. I love how you said it. Like they just can't help. They didn't try to ruin your life. They just don't give a fuck about you. They just want their thing. But in the long run, after 2 years, 3 years, I'll be like, wow, okay, it's been 3 years. Every situation, that's that person just looking out for themselves, and they wouldn't give a fuck about me. So I can no longer help you anymore.
Yeah, I think that's a very liberating feeling when you can finally let go of wanting to feel like you have to help his friend. You know what I mean?
What's about it? Is that an Asian thing? You have to help your friend. I don't think my American friends don't feel that. They're like, no. They're like, what? Like they're like, I'm not driving you home. I'm not gonna waste $20 in gas going there. But the Asian guy, like, okay, yeah, make sure your wife don't get angry. Like, let me drive you. Like, you drive somebody 1 hour, you wouldn't care.
It is crazy because there's even family members that I barely know, right? Like we have family members that are distant cousins or distant uncles. But like if we saw them and we know their family, we would probably still take care of them just because they're family.
Yeah.
But that's kind of crazy to me because you barely even know the person.
Yeah, but Americans will laugh.
Yeah, which
They
is
think
so
it's the
weird.
biggest joke.
I wish I could kind of laugh, to be honest, because we don't know the person.
Yeah, exactly.
Kinda. You know, there's
But
friends that we probably have closer relationships than distant cousins and distant relatives.
I think it's just the means, like what people say about you. It's so Asian. Like what people say about you is more important than how you feel. Like we want to be the person who
takes care of your
take care
family.
of everybody. Then even they can be assholes. Like, it doesn't matter. It's your job to take care of them.
Right.
And
right.
I just feel like you make me really think about it. So I realize that even now, like you are like literally so sober, you would still help somebody even though you know they don't have your best interest in heart. Over and over. Would you help more than 3 times, or like after 2 times you'd be like, no?
I've tried to help a lot of friends multiple times, and I don't know if there's a limit. So it's like a drug. I've still help out some people that it just hasn't worked out every time. You know what I mean? Like put them in positions or introduce them to people and they kind of let me down a little bit. Yeah. That's happened a lot, you know?
But how many times we would do until like you're like what's would push your boundary? Like they go behind you or like they badmouth you after even though you help them? Like what's the breaking point for you to have your heart broken?
I don't know if this is an Asian thing, but I do like feeling appreciated.
It's,
you know what I mean?
Like Asian thing.
I really like it when they have the sense. We in Korean culture we call it nunchi. Nunchi just means like common sense and like, you know, if there's like a piece of fruit that's one last piece, like you don't take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You like the certain things you say, you don't say this in this setting or whatever. You know what I mean? That's nunchi. And I feel like if I do something nice for somebody, I would like them to kind of acknowledge it or have the sense like being grateful. You know what I mean?
I think it's very important to express gratitude.
And when they don't, I take note of that. Yeah. And maybe I shouldn't, but I do. I take every note of that. I remember it's so hard, you know?
I can't help but take notice. I think it's very important, especially like, I feel like for me, I work so hard, like to in a position to actually can give somebody something to help them, you know, if for them, this means nothing to them. When you come to ask me, beg me, it's like, oh, but once I done it, like they don't even return my phone calls anymore. They don't even respond my message and be like, what? It just makes me feel stupid.
Yeah.
I can't help but feel stupid. It affects me for me to be like, wow. What?
Yeah.
It upsets me. It gave me this insecurity I felt as a little girl.
Yeah.
Nobody want me. I don't have friends. And even though I'm a big person, but whenever somebody just basically I'm not asking you to give me money or like give me flowers.
Yeah.
Just be like, be grateful. Be like, thank you very much. I know you had to make some calls. It must be you have to make something because not like for us to help somebody. Sometimes you cost a favor. Somebody like I don't want to inconvenience my other friends. Or also, I think that's why you are upset because you have to inconvenience your other friends that you just wish they can just go on their day without writing this extra email.
Yeah.
To do that, and that person just literally felt like you should do it. You should do more.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, for example, if a friend of mine asked me for $5,000 to borrow. Like that's fine. You could borrow $5,000. But if they were like, if they couldn't pay it back, but they were just constantly grateful for the thing, I'd just be like, you don't got to pay me back. But if they weren't grateful, I'd want the $5K. I'd be like, yo, where's my $5K? You know what I mean? Like if they weren't grateful, but if they were grateful, then you know I'd probably just forget about it. I'd be like, whatever, it's fine. I don't.
I think we're the same person. I lost a friend because I gave her. It's $5,000. It's clear.
Oh, really?
It's $5,000 is the thing you ask. So I lent her $5,000. She has a small business. I lent her $5,000.
Yeah.
And but I was going through a hard time. Like I would never. She's been nice. She's been really nice, and it's been like 5 years. She can't pay me back, but she's struggling. She'll text me during Thanksgiving. I'll be like, don't worry about it. Just But I think it's the one time that My divorce got so nasty. My ex took all the money from my stock. Yeah. It was just in a situation I don't have money to buy my ticket back from New York.
Yeah,
because he frozen all the banks. I'm like, can you give me like $1,000? And she's like, I saw this red. And the next time I text her, she blocked me.
Oh, wow.
She blocked me.
Damn.
She blocked me. Like she unfollowed me. And she not just unfollowed me. I can't find her Instagram. She blocked me on Instagram.
That's what I'm saying. If she responded though and be like, I'm sorry, I can't, and I'm really grateful you let me borrow, but I can't pay it back right now, then you'd be like, okay, move on, right?
Yeah. Because when you don't have money, the first thing you talk about is somebody, owe you money before you go to borrow people's money, right? Like in my mind,
right.
like, see if she can, because it's been 5 years, if I really need it, she probably can just give me like $2,000 for me to take it back. And she blocked me. I'm like, did you just block me? I emailed her. She's like,
Did you just block me?
But
you emailed her?
I emailed her and then she never responded to my email. And I'm like, it makes me feel so angry.
Yeah.
And then I think the nasty thing is that she texted me on my phone one time because she needed me to introduce her to somebody in fashion.
Yeah.
I said, do not ask me for anything.
Yeah.
You blocked me on Instagram. I'm not going to do this. She's like, but I really need. I said, I don't give a fuck about you, bitch.
Yeah.
Take the money and wipe your fat ass with it. Fuck you. I said that, but I have to. I was so mad about. I'm okay with her never talk to me again. I can't understand it. She texted me because she can't DM me on Instagram because she blocked me. Can you imagine?
This is the thing. I can't.
She's like, I'm sorry I blocked you.
That's crazy.
I was just stressed out. I just didn't want to get pressured.
I've learned a lot.
I'm like, holy shit.
I've learned a lot about helping out friends as far as maybe introducing them to people for opportunities and jobs. I think that's a big mistake a lot of times.
It is a lot of time because you do not make a decision for your other friend's best interest because you want to help that person. But if you know that person is not up to the job, you still want to help. And the person is ungrateful because they don't get what they want. But the thing is, if I open the door for you, you should be grateful. But they want the result. They want to be hired. And they think you didn't do your job.
Yeah.
What do you think is a mistake? For me, it's this.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What's the
mistakes like trying to introduce somebody to get them a job opportunity?
Oh yeah, I mean it's just they've let me down so much. They just didn't deliver.
Don't show up drunk.
Yeah, no, like a lot of things like that, like for real. And I've learned the hard way so many times. And you sometimes don't even know that about your friend until they work there.
I know.
Yeah, and you're like, oh damn, okay, you're actually not a good worker.
Yeah.
And you think they are, and you think they want it, and they don't. And I've done that at least 2-3 times for, a couple of friends, and it just made me look so bad. It made me the worst referral guy. Like I was like not the guy to go to for referrals.
I think because the most generous people just can't refer.
Yeah.
Because when you are generous, you just really believe in people. You want to give them an opportunity. You think everybody's you.
Yeah.
Like for me, somebody gave me something, I'll do the best job I can.
Yeah.
I'll just make sure I don't bring shame to my friend who gave me the opportunity. That's why, I remember how I really started my career in New York is that I'm a regular at Laugh Factory, and I really, really want to go to the New York market. And then, the previous manager at Laugh Factory, so he talked to his friend who is at Icon Concert, who's on Joe Coy's team for his theater tour, and like, oh, you used to work at the Carolines off Broadway. Can you just get Jiaoying a spot? She's like, I have to see a tape.
Yeah.
So he showed her the tape. I have a 5-minute spot. Like I literally just have a 5 minutes pop in on somebody's headlining show.
Right.
5 minutes, and she got me this. I spend so much time calling, texting people, spending my own money on advertisement. So I sold literally 70 tickets. And I sold the most tickets for that person's show.
Oh, wow.
They were very grateful. And then I found her. I asked the manager at Alpha, I want to thank her. And he's like, oh, don't worry. She's fine. She doesn't care. She's like, you're funny. She just, it's an email. Don't worry. So I found her. I tracked her down. I said, I have to take you out for lunch to thank you for this opportunity. Without this, I'll never, I got on the stage of Broadway. I mean, Caroline of Broadway is one of the best clubs. I'm so grateful. You have no, she's like, no, it's a text. It's like, I literally just send you stuff.
Yeah.
I said, I have to take you out for lunch. And she became my tour manager.
Nice.
I took her out for lunch, and we bonded. And then then she helped me book my second show, which is my headlining show, and I sold out.
Yeah.
And she was just like, you just make me look good. God, nobody do that. So she helped other lady, and that person had another 5 minutes. And then she's like, I do not like to share green rooms. She immediately texted me. She's like, you don't have a green room.
Yeah.
You want to have a puppy in. And she's like, she was just like complaining times not like only 5 minutes. Like she seriously, and never thanked her. Just like complained.
Oh damn.
Like I'm so grateful. Like now she and I, we work together, and we made history. I'll be playing the Apollo. I'm the first Asian American comedian to play the Apollo by the New York Comedy Festival in 30 years.
That's gonna be crazy.
And we did it. Me like I see that's like when that happens. Like when a friend do something for you, you make sure you do the best you can, and then you thank them, and then you connect, you become friends, and you work together.
Yeah,
it's just so beautiful.
Is this intimidating for you to play the Apollo, which is a very that's one of the most brutal. Could be the brutal audience, where they just give you how it is. Like, are you nervous about that or what?
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I feel like if you cannot play the most challenging stage, you're not a real comedian.
What's the most scariest audience for you in general?
Scariest audience? I think because I work so hard, I get a lot of my bum out of the way at my own club. And the worst place you can do comedy is the open mics, especially at the Hollywood Improv, the lab.
Yeah.
That improv lab is brutal. You're going to talk about how nasty it is because everybody in there is a comedian. When you are on stage, it's a lottery. So if your name got pulled, they are very, very mad at you. They wish their name got pulled. So you get on stage, when you are funny, they're like, they won't laugh.
Yeah.
But if you are not funny, they're like make you feel like shit. So I grew up in that environment. So any audience that is not a comedian is a blessing.
Right.
So I think one of the very challenging moment, I think it was at the Bourbon Room. When Bill Burr was doing some material, he was doing like 25 minutes. I think 90% of the people went there for him. But it's like a normal show. So Bill Burr left. He brought me on stage. He said he did a very good intro. He said my name right. It was great. When I got on stage, people started booing. Because when he was getting off, people were like, no, please, more. They were just like, no, please don't leave. He's like, you're going to have fun. But they were like, no, we won't, So like, a girl is sucking a guy's dick, then her mom called, oh, mom, come back. No, you're going to have fun. No, I won't. You're leaving me. Like, no, there's nothing better than a blowjob. Like, are you kidding me? What do I do? A hand job for myself?
Yeah.
No, the audience were like, they were like, literally, it's like a spoiled little kids. Like, no, ew, gross. I got on stage like, no.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
When I roast the bill and I just, I know it's a making or breaking moment. Either I lose them,
Yeah.
or I just show them who's daddy.
Yeah.
So it just like turning the wheel. It's just like, it was very brutal because they do not want to see you. They don't give a fuck.
Right.
You have a dick on your face. They don't give a fuck.
Right.
They don't want to see you. They are not there for you. And they want more from Bill. They just really want more from him.
What hurts more, like live boos or like an internet comment of hate?
I think a live boos.
A live boo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like somebody, you heard from somebody else tell you they suck, or like somebody look in your face like you suck.
But a lot of those are more like kind of drunk heckling, isn't it?
Yes. I think now it doesn't affect me anymore. I just work, I'm like, boo, what do you mean? Come here, talk to me. Like, what's wrong?
Yeah, I feel like you handle it like you're not phased at all.
No,
by
I love it. I love when
anything.
people challenge me. I love it. I don't get affected anymore.
It's like a dominatrix thing. You're like a verbal dominatrix.
Yeah, that's what I have. This guy's like, somebody introduced me, said I have a 30-minute special on Peacock TV. It was one of the credit. I got on stage. There's a guy, he's like, look at her. There's no way, she can last 30 minutes on stage. I said, just because you can't last 30 minutes in bed doesn't mean I can't last 30 minutes on stage. What's your name, Johnny? What's your name? People started laughing because I wasn't like gonna be like, oh, maybe I can't. I'll
Yeah.
I don't feel nervous at all. I love
Nice.
the stage. 20 people, 200, 2,000, 20,000, the more the better. Like the more I'm more excited. I don't get nervous.
When you're on like a date or something, do you feel like you tone down your comedic sensibility?
Yes.
Or you're not like on all the time?
Yes.
How do you like?
I turn down.
What's the vibe like? You're just like.
I was just like, oh my God, that's so funny.
So whatever they say, you say is funny.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
I put on actress face.
Even though it's trash and it's not.
Yeah,
funny.
I want to vomit, but I'm like, maybe have good dick. Unfunny guys maybe have good dicks. Who knows?
So you'll entertain his jokes.
Yeah, I just want to make him feel like a man. Like you have to lure them in before you can destroy them.
Yeah.
I think like a date 8, I'll just be like, before the date, before you touch the appetizer, I just want to tell you, I'm just a girl standing in front of the boy, asking him to not tell a joke.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start.
Then you leave their place like, you're not funny, by the way.
Yeah, you are not funny. Like, don't tell jokes. Just
Yeah.
don't do that. That's not how you get laid. Use your wallet, sweetie.
Yeah. Are you a type that won't date a comic as well?
I think it's very hard for me to trust the comic.
Why? I mean, a lot of people always say this, and my first thing isn't being a comic. I come from music, but I'm curious why that thing has existed for so long. Not dating a comic. I feel like musicians, we're like down to date other musicians. Like that's not a deal breaker.
I think comedians are always competing. It doesn't matter that person is your wife or your girlfriend. You like the high you get on stage from a new joke. I don't think anything can replace that feeling. And you can always root for your. But if you are doing better, if like I date a comedian who's bigger than me, he will want me to open for him.
Yeah.
He will want me to travel the world to be his opener. Do a 20, 30 minutes and feel so blessed to be able to fly the private jet and live life. But I want my own private jet, my own life, my own stadium. And he'll be like, who do you think you are? Like you are so like what?
Right.
You can never get there. But somebody below me, he wanted to, eat my pussy and like open for me and get me to introduce him to all the major clubs, get him to book on the dates. Then he can leave me for somebody younger and hotter. And that's what everybody wants.
So is it more about the guy comic not being able to handle the woman comic and not the other way around?
I can handle a successful. I think so. I think a guy
it's
comic.
It's the opposite way. It's like more the guy that can't handle like a successful woman type of thing, right?
I think being a musician is you love music. You're a rock star. Being a comedian, you don't have a choice. The love from the audience will always be one of the most important thing of your life. And especially for men, that a man need to make people laugh. Like if you are a star, like that's what you should. That's what's the center of your life. Helping a woman to go to your level is not what you want.
Yeah.
You want somebody who loves you, who enjoy what you do. You don't want a woman like me who wanted to go to your level. Jiu Koi don't want a woman who wants to become Jiu Koi. He wants somebody who is a nice lady who he can make her laugh and support her career. Maybe a painter, maybe somebody, whatever it is. He didn't want a woman to want to fly the world and never see their children and do their own tour.
Are you talking about Chelsea Handler right now? Okay. Okay.
I don't think what's wrong. It was so shocking how friendly the breakup is. It shocks me.
I mean, they're both successful.
Yeah.
I feel like
she got him on her show many times before.
Yeah, it's not a huge. It doesn't really affect either one of their careers.
Doesn't because their career is already there.
Yeah.
It's I think it's good to date somebody equally as big.
Who was what?
Like equally similar. Similar level, because whoever wants to become a comedian, they didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
They didn't want happiness. They didn't want a normal life. They wanted to make people laugh in the best way they can.
Yeah.
And for a woman want to be a comedian, like thank God I'm a single mother because I would say like my children would be my priority. A man is never gonna become my priority. Unfortunately, you have a single mom. You are going to be here. A guy who don't treat you like his prince, and she's not gonna do it. She's like, no, fine, you're hot, you have money. My son is gonna come first.
No, I feel that because I've dated women with kids, and I could feel that I was not a priority.
Yes.
And it's okay. I mean, obviously, like, I wouldn't want to be with a woman whose kids aren't her priority. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think a lot of men, especially a comedian, they probably have mommy issues. They get challenged by, you are canceling it because your son need to go to do this. Like, well, I only have 2 days free this month. I said, well, I'll see you next month. They'll be like, what? I'll be like, I don't have time.
Well, let me ask you this. I know your kids are always going to be priority to you even while you date a man.
Mm-hmm.
But for that man you're dating, does your kids have to be a big priority for him?
No.
It doesn't.
If it's going towards marriage,
then of course, you want to see some interest.
Yes,
from
but if it's dating, I don't think so. I think it's forcing things on people.
Right.
It's delusional.
That's what I wanted to know, yeah.
It's very delusional to make your kids, they don't even know them. Why should the kids become his priority? He's getting to know you. Once he know you, maybe you want a future, you want to get married, maybe he can start to, if he want to marry you, he would want to meet the children.
Right.
And if he can handle it, then you can talk about maybe you can have your own children. Maybe this. But I feel like during dating, demand your kids to be the man's priority is delusional and is a stupid move.
Yeah.
And it's just like a moral kidnap.
Yeah. No, I get it. I know, it's tough. I've been there. I've dated, girls with kids, and all of a sudden they just like send in
Why don't you want I don't want a picture. I want a picture of your kids. Like, I don't want a picture of your kids, bitch.
It's
right?
like you're expecting some titty pictures and like, oh, okay, it's Little League. Okay, cool.
I don't want to see your daughter boxing. I don't care. If I want to see a dyke boxing, I'm gonna see Ronda Rousey. What's her name? What's her name? I don't know.
Ronda Rousey, you got it.
Yeah,
you got it right.
I want to see her kick ass. Your daughter.
Yeah, no.
At least send me a son. Like, you don't even have a son. Like, fuck you.
I do feel like I feel good when somebody who has kids sees me to be possibly a good father.
I think you look like you would be.
Really?
Because you are, first of all, an Asian man is always generous. And you just, Asian men are beautiful being fathers.
Yeah, but I'm not like, I'm also kind of, I'm Asian American. I'm like not just traditional Asian,
Mm-hmm.
And I also don't come from a good family. Like, my family was not a good example of a good marriage or family. So that part kind of scares me a little bit. Not that I like kids,
Mm-hmm.
I hope to maybe someday possibly have a good family. I don't think about it, but it's weird to think that I would be a good father. I don't know that yet.
I think you have the good father vibe. It just is in you. It's in here.
Think so?
Yeah, it's in here. And I have a very bad parent. My parents had a bad marriage. My father was drunk. He's never sober. But I'm a good mother. I think it's the instinct in your heart.
Yeah.
You're just born to be. But it also you literally are taking care of your mother. That's what you do. You are just.
But you have a good mom. You have a good.
My mom is good.
Okay.
She's like your mom. She just do the whatever she can to take care of us.
But here's the thing. I am a good son, but I feel like I'm a better son. I'm a good son in a way of financially taking care of her. Like, I could be more present,
Mm-hmm.
things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I could still work on. And I don't want to be the type of dad who just here's Pokemon cards, have fun for
I think you'll be the dad who teach your son how to paint, how to ride a bike, and how to do cool things.
That's true. I hope so.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am very good. My instinct is always very good.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I just got to get bored with everything else. Then I can be like, the funnest thing right now is my kids.
I know it's crazy, but I didn't enjoy them very much when I was drinking. Now I enjoy them more. They are more interesting than I thought they would be.
Nice.
They are way more interesting. He's more nuanced. He's a very sweet boy. He's really smart.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask, because sometimes if you live a very exciting life, right? Like, we're entertainers, so we have a pretty fun life. We get to meet really interesting people, perform on stages, travel the world. Sometimes, do you look at your kids and feel like, yeah, these are my kids. I always love them unconditionally, but they're not as fun as this other stuff that I got going on?
I think because I become a single mother, and now I'm sober, I think the most exciting thing I can ever do is to reach a point that I can financially I can take them to tour with me, on tour with me. And I would plan to, like in New York, we would go to the museum for a day. Next day, we can go to a camp. And then I'll be doing 2 nights. And then they can stay in the green room and draw pictures with crayon.
Yeah.
And then my son's already introducing me on stage.
Yeah.
He's already performing.
Oh, nice.
And I think that will be so much fun for me to show them the world that I took a leap of faith and I built for us to enjoy the freedom and with grandma. And I think that'll be happiness to learn the world again with their tiny little eyes, the little fresh little eyes to look at all the art in the museum.
Yeah.
Go to see the grasshopper jump and to just relive the unhappy childhood I had.
Yeah.
I think that would be my dream.
I mean, I feel like my kids are gonna their mind is gonna be blown because they'll see so much more than the stuff that I got to experience already. I already know,
I know.
Because it was very minimal. So
I know you are going to show them everything.
It's gonna be a lot.
And I think you also become happier because you can actually think like a kid again. That's what's the fun part about children, other than the diaper. Just the first 3 years, but when they become fun, 4 years old, they start to think.
Right.
And they can take care of themselves. They can go to the bathroom. They can wipe their butt. They can clean things. My son is like my little child labor. He'll bring my lotion. He'll put the lotion on my leg. Mommy, let me lotion your leg because your leg look nice. Mommy, you can't go to sleep with your makeup on because your skin become bad. You want to be pretty, mommy. And he would do that because that's the only time I get his attention. When he's 16, he'll be stolen by a hoe,
It must be entertaining just to see what comes out of your kid's mouth, randomly throughout the day, just saying some wild stuff.
Yeah.
My friends' kids, and I also have a nephew that always says some funny stuff too.
They say the craziest thing. They are so funny. The kids are just so funny.
Yeah.
I really think you're gonna be a great father.
What are your kids into? Is there any my nephew's super into Bruno Mars right now.
Holy shit!
Loves
Paw Patrol.
That's the one, huh? What is that? Oh, I know it's like the puppies that are like cops.
Yes, there's a cop. There's a fire marshal. There's a sky creeper. Sky. She flies airplane, and there's like a rubble. There's a guy called Rock, whatever. There's like
how did they
puppies.
do it? How did they become like the new hot thing for kids?
Everything's
puppies that are just cops.
Yeah,
it's like
just they save the world. With fire, you call the Paw Patrol, and it's like a Ghostbuster. It's just
I know,
something
but you would have thought someone would have thought of that super early.
I think they started 2013. So
yeah, but it's so much
now.
simpler than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's a crazy thing.
Yeah. Kids are just crazy about it. Don't you feel so grateful that you are not drinking anymore? Imagine, because whenever I'm sick, I'm like, oh my God, if I was still drinking, I'll be sicker. Whenever I have a swollen on my face, I'll be like, oh my God, if I'm still drinking, it'll be worse.
I think I have a permanent hungover face though. People always say that. I'm just always look like hungover even though I'm sober as hell. Yeah.
I think I just have this resting bitch face. Keep judging people. I don't know. I just don't feel bad for people when they're being lazy. It is a problem.
It is random. Sometimes oh sorry, there's a little fly. You'll say something and then all of a sudden you'll smile out of nowhere and it just looks like I don't know, if you want to kill me or, you're happy.
I have the villain face. I have the resting villain face. I look like all the stepmoms in all the Disney movie. I will kill all the princesses.
Did you always have this kind of swag when you were younger too?
When I was when I was younger, I'm just shy and try to cover my face with glasses and hair because I was ugly. But then I found out I wasn't ugly. I was angry about the world to make me be ugly for 20 years. I'm like, I've been ugly for 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm resentful. I am angry. Oh my God. So where can we find you?
Where can you find me? Fun with Dumb podcast every Wednesday. It's fun.
The best.
I have, just Asian public figures like yourself on the pod, legends. It's fun. We talk about a lot of stuff that we talked about kind of on this pod too, just the way we grew up, different things about our culture. It's fun. Every Wednesday, check that out. At Dumbfoundead for all my links.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being my guest. I love you. You look so hot.
You too.